A fur ban and a police settlement are up for votes today at Chicago City Council.
And people opposed to that fur ban are rallying right now before today's meeting. Our Marissa Perlman previews the measures alderpeople are about to vote on today.
Chicago's full city council will vote on a bill that would stop you from buying a new fur coat here in the city. It would impact at least 6 furriers across the city of Chicago. If it passes, the businesses would have a year to make changes and could only sell faux fur. Just last week, the ordinance passed the council's License and Consumer Protection Committee. It doesn't include leather, secondhand fur, or clothes made for religious reasons. Supporters say the way animals are trapped, bred, and killed for their pelts leads to suffering and public health risks. Clergy members and community leaders who oppose the bill will speak here shortly before the vote happens. They say the proposal would shut down Island Furs, a Black-owned business that has been on the South Side for nearly 30 years. We're also watching to see how City Council votes on a big settlement involving a protester and a police officer. Miracle Boyd was punched in the face, she says, by a police officer during a 2020 protest in Grant Park. The then 18-year-old was calling to defund the police in the wake of George Floyd's death. She says a now former police officer, Nicholas Jovanovich, approached her at the time. Boyd said he hit her in the face, knocking out her tooth while demanding her phone. Just this week, in a 22-27 decision, the Finance Committee voted in favor of a $280,000 settlement. The settlement is scheduled to go before the full City Council today. Now, no charges were ever officially filed against that police officer. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability voted that the officer should be separated from the police department, but that officer resigned before he could be fired. Reporting outside of City Hall, I'm Marissa Perlman, CBS News Chicago.
Our thanks to Marissa. And clergy members and community leaders who oppose the bill are holding a rally today as well. Before the vote, they say the proposal would shut down Island Furs, a Black-owned business that's been on the South Side for 30 years.
Also at City Hall, the zoning committee is advancing a few big projects, including one that would get the Rector building on Monroe one step closer to landmark status. The city says the hope is to protect the building while it undergoes a $65 million renovation. A big developer is turning 11 of its empty office floors into apartments and businesses, and this is part of a project to revitalize unused office buildings in the Loop. And the zoning committee also gave the green light to a boutique hotel in Lakeview geared toward LGBTQ+ visitors. We reported on this 6-story development when the plans were first announced back in December. The developer is the owner of Men's Room in Chicago, which is a popular shop a few hundred feet away on Halsted.